click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I want to talk about, smashing hot chicks, man, like getting the dimes, man, the baddies, man. This is what all the guys want, right? They want the hottest chicks ever. They want the super attractive IG models, the baddest chicks in the world. This is what all the guys want, right? See, what you have to understand is that smashing hot chicks is nothing. You understand what I'm saying? It's not an accomplishment. It's not a big deal, right? It's a big deal to men who have weak game, basically, right? And it's also a big deal to men who seek validation through dealing with women, right? Because a lot of guys are under the impression that, if you get a really hot girl, right? That means that, your game is super tight. That means you're the man, all that other shit. Because a lot of guys think that fucking with a hot chick is like the hardest thing you could ever do when it comes to dealing with women. Like that's like, man, if you could get a bad joint, oh man, like, no, stop. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes out here, that's like a huge goal for them. Like they need and want to, get the baddest chicks. Now, this is the thing. You should, get with chicks you're attracted to. I'm not sitting here saying you should fuck with chicks that you think are whack or, try to get with average looking chicks or whatever like that. Right? What I'm saying is, go and get the chicks that you're attracted to, right? But the problem is a lot of times guys are low-key putting chicks on a pedestal because they're making it to where if a chick is hot, then there's something, special about her. There's something more intriguing about her. You understand? Like they're worshiping these type of women, right? And like I was saying earlier, is that a lot of guys think that it's harder to get hot chicks, which is not true. You understand? Let me tell you guys how to get hot women. If you want to really get hot women, really, really hot women. And see, the thing is, when we even talk about hot women, it's still all subjective. But I'll talk about the type of women that I've been with. I've been with all types of women. You understand? I've been with, what most guys would consider dimes. You understand? Now, like I said, it's all subjective, but for what most guys consider quote unquote dimes, like dime, the different types of dimes, black dimes, white dimes, Asian dimes, all that other shit, right? What most guys would consider a dime, you understand? Like, let's say she got a pretty face, nice body, fit, or whatever it is like that, I'm just going off of like what society quote unquote says is a dime. You understand? My ideal type is, a thick chick with a nice ass, thick thighs. You understand what I'm saying? Some nice titties and a pretty face. That's what like a Kim Kardashian type of chick. That type of vibe is, what I would consider hot. You understand what I'm saying? Like, or a Bria Miles or something like that. You understand? So those are the type of chicks I consider hot. But either way, it's real easy to get a chick who is hot, who's a dime. I'm gonna tell you how, and I've talked about this before. It's real simple. Get your notebooks out and write this down. If you want to get hot women, talk to hot women. That's it. I mean, is your mind blown yet? I mean, is that difficult to do? You walk over to a hot girl and you talk to that woman. You holler at that chick. And if that girl rejects you, what do you do after that? You walk away from her and then you go talk to another hot chick. And if that girl rejects you, You walk away from her and then you go talk to another hot chick. And you know what's going to happen? One of these hot chicks that you talk to is going to fuck with you. It's that simple. It's that simple. You understand? Like, if you're concerned about getting hot women, approach hot women. And then you will find a hot chick who's fucking with you. But see, a lot of guys, they think that it's, oh, well, she's so bad and she's hot and you know, she got a bunch of dudes and a bunch of options. Why is she going to want me? See, that type of mentality is the reason why you ain't going to get them. You understand? Because you're thinking like that. But also what happens is that a lot of guys think because a woman is hot, right, that for somehow makes her only want a specific type of guy. And you're like, well, I'm not that type of guy, so I have no chance. You have no idea what any woman out here likes. I'm gonna say that again. You have no idea how any woman, you understand? You have no idea how any of them is attracted to who they're attracted to. You don't know what the fuck they like. So I don't care how she look. You don't know what she likes. Right? And guess what? When you approach her and talk to her, you could be the nigga she likes. This is what dudes don't get. So all you need to do is go up and approach that hot woman. See, and y'all be thinking like, oh, well, she's different because she's a dime and you gotta, it's a whole no. Listen, any one of these chicks, whether you consider her hot, whether you consider her a fucking average to below average chick, any of these chicks can get on Tinder and Bumble right now and fucking get hundreds of matches today. No matter how the chick look, listen, there's chicks out there who are freaking 100 pounds overweight and they could get their fucking inbox on Tinder and Bumble flooded. Facts. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter. See, what you have to understand is that when you approach that girl and you're talking to that chick, right? You have no idea if she's going to be into you or not. And furthermore, when guys are thinking about women being hot or women being average or whatever, this is what guys think. They think, let's say, for example, there's a chick who's a dime, right? They think that the dime is going to be harder to get than the 6, right? The girl they consider the dime, they think she's going to be harder to get than the 6, right? So let's say, just speaking for this example, let's say the dime is a chick, she's super fit and got a nice body, nice ass, pretty face. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And let's say the 6 is like, she's cute and just has an average, regular looking body. And she's just an average looking chick, quote unquote. Right. And again, this is all subjective, but just, follow me here. Right. Let's say that girl who's a dime, she thinks that she isn't that hot or she has some insecurity. She's not really that confident, right? About her body or whatever. She works out a lot because she thinks she's fat and she doesn't think she looks good in certain jeans or whatever it is like that, right? Then you have the girl who's a 6, but this chick is confident as fuck. You understand? She thinks she's the hottest shit since sliced bread, right? Now, what you have to understand is, and I'm just using this example, the dime would actually be easier to get with than the 6. Why? Because the dime in this example isn't as confident as the 6. You understand? So what guys don't take into account is how the woman sees and views herself. You understand? So not only do you not know what the woman is attracted to, you also do not know how the woman sees and views herself. You understand? And then that's going to actually impact how she responds to men. See, you think that just because a bunch of dudes tell her, oh, you're beautiful and all that other shit. That doesn't mean that she sees herself as beautiful. See, it's just like when you have a chick who's anorexic, she thinks she's fat, and you're like, yo, you're not fat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But she sees herself as fat, which is why she keeps throwing up all her food that she's eating. You understand what I'm saying? So dudes don't take into account how a woman views herself, and they don't take into account what a woman likes. You understand? So they just see a hot woman, and the guy creates a narrative in his own mind as to what that woman likes, what that woman's gonna be like, what she prefers. Dudes is coming up with this whole thing in their own head and thinking, oh, well, it's gonna be hard for me to approach her because she has a bunch of guys that want to get with her, and she's stuck up, and she probably has, a lot of dudes buying her shit and telling her this, and she got a lot of guys sweating her, and she thinks she's the shit. So like, dudes, this is what dudes be thinking. So then when a guy gets with a chick like that, right? He feels like the man. He's like, yo, look at what I got. I got me a dime. Look at what I'm able to catch. You understand? Like, look at how cool I am because I got this woman who's so hard to get because she's so beautiful. Bullshit. Bullshit. See, guys don't understand the dynamics in this game, man. See, it's so complex, but it's also so simple. You understand? It's so complex in a sense that the looks are subjective. So whatever you think is a dime, I may not think is a dime. And what I think is a dime, you may not think is a dime. So therefore, when you look at it in that sense, there is no such thing as the quote unquote hot girl, because who the fuck is hot? You understand? Whoever's hot is only hot in the eye of the beholder. And listen, dudes be talking about, well, this chick is objectively hot or universally. Bullshit. Listen, I've been with women who a lot of guys would consider like bad. And I'm like, she's aight. You understand? Meaning like, let's say like the Ariana Grandes of the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of chicks I hooked up with that look just like her. And dudes is like, oh, she's super bad. I'm like, she's aight. You understand what I'm saying? She's super bad to you, but she's aight to me. You understand? So is it hard to get with her or not? Because according to the logic, it's harder to get with hot chicks. But I think she's aight and you think she's hot. So yeah, it'll probably be harder for you because that's your mindset. And you think it's harder to get with hot chicks. So then when you get with her, you think it's a goddamn accomplishment. You understand? Dudes be up there trying to judge dudes based off of their women and shit. Oh, well, look at your girl. Your girl ain't hot. So nigga, fuck you mean? She ain't hot to you, but who gives a fuck what you think? You understand what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck? You understand? Because you might be with a chick and I'm looking at her like, but why should you give a fuck what I think about the chick you fucking with? You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of these guys, again, because they're not well versed in the game, they're so worried about, what other people are thinking. They're looking for the quote unquote hot girl to validate themselves so they feel like a man. You understand? This is what dudes do. Listen, smashing hot chicks is not an accomplishment. It's easy to get hot women. All you do is go and talk to them. See, look, listen. I've got with chicks who, a lot of dudes would consider hot, right? Because I went up and I approached and talked and flirted and got the shit popping, right? Then I've also fucked with chicks who a lot of guys would probably would consider average looking women. You understand? How did I do that? I don't know. I approached and I talked to them the same way I did the hot girl, right? And then there were times where there were fat chicks that I fucked, right? How did I do that? Oh, I don't know. I approached and I talked to them just like the average girls and the hot girls, right? Now, you might be saying, well, Locario, why would you bother even talking to the fat girl or the average looking girl, right? Because even with the fat girl and the average looking girl, there was something in them that I was attracted to. Why? Because beauty is subjective. You understand that? This is what, see, guys, I swear I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone sometimes when I be hearing dudes talk about, game, because they just don't understand this. And on top of that, when you deal with a bunch of chicks, right, you start to realize that there's a difference between a chick being hot and a chick being sexy. So what I mean is that you can have a chick who is physically less attractive than another woman, but she's sexier than the other girl who's more physically attractive than her. So what I mean is that I could be talking to an average looking chick, quote unquote, and I'm just using this because it's all subjective, but I'm using this to, paint a picture. I could be talking to the quote unquote average looking girl, and she's sexier than the chick you would consider a dime. But see, dudes don't know that because they're not really out here in this game and they never really talk to women. They never really go back and forth with a chick and see what's popping. You understand? And then when it comes to even dealing with a woman beyond just sex is concerned, you're like, okay, what other qualities does this woman have if I'm taking it to a next level on a different, in a different situation, right? So it's not all just about her being a dime, because you got the chicks that, you consider dimes, but they're just goofy. You understand what I'm saying? Or they might be uncooperative, right? They might suck in bed. So why am I going to be like, oh man, this is great just because you look good, but in other aspects of the situation, you're whack? Right? Now, again, there's chicks who are dimes, who's on point, good in bed, and all that other good stuff, and that's great. But what happens is that dudes are looking at that as an accomplishment. They're striving to get that. And a lot of times they're striving to get that because they haven't had it. Listen, I've dated and hooked up with, the variety is ridiculous. I've had the baddest, sexiest, thickest, IG model looking-esque woman. You understand what I'm saying? I've had average looking chicks, the plain Janes. You understand? I've had chicks who were fat. I haven't really fucked like obese chicks, but I fucked like chicks who, you know what I'm saying? They probably had a little gut on them. You understand? But they still had a fatty. So, they're in that like, they ate one too many cheeseburgers, so they got a little fat, but the titties is big, the ass is fat, and they just got a little gut. You feel what I'm saying? I fucked with chicks who are dwarfs. I fucked with chicks who are damn near 70 years old. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around the goddamn block. You understand? And around the corner, down the street, and up the avenue. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is that in each one of these situations, I did the same exact fucking thing. I went and I talked to whichever girl that I had sex with. And it wasn't harder depending on her beauty. It wasn't harder. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, there's times where I've had, an average looking chick, or what you would probably consider average looking, right? Give me a harder time when I'm hollering at her than the dime, right? And then I had times where the dime was, giving me a hard time and the average chick was giving me easier time. You understand what I'm saying? So it all depends. It all depends. There's so many different factors. But like I said, this is not an accomplishment. It's super easy. I don't understand why guys have a hard time dealing with hot women. All you got to do is fucking talk to them and flirt with them and build sexual tension and fuck. I don't like, why is this so hard for motherfuckers to understand? And see, the reason why, again, is because these dudes aren't really out here and they're scared. See, a lot of their experience is coming from their own fear. Their fear is stopping them from approaching the women they think are hot. You understand? This is why you don't really understand what's going on. This is why you think you can't get them, because you think they're unattainable. And so if you do happen to get one, or you stumble upon a situation where you at school, or you know somebody that know a hot chick, and then somehow y'all was able to talk and get together, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I got a hot girl. This is amazing. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, it's all bullshit. If you want to get hot women, you talk to the hot women. It's that fucking simple. Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.